Hello everybody, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. Bitcoin closing below our 6470 level, running down. Put the next levels below here. We have a cluster between 6432 and 6423, spiking just down. What would it get to? 6428, coming back up, hitting the upside of the rotation zone and prior support becoming resistance, and selling back down. Next key major area is 6377 lower. Resistance to the upside now is about 65.40. If we get through that, it's gonna, again, we have a major now resistance at 65.62 and then 65.98. So those are all the key targets should we rally to the upside, and the next major area to the downside 63.77, which is retesting the lows from back on September 25th. Let's check our daily chart to see how we look here. So pulling down, we're going to have to see if we actually get, this is a first cross the rotation zone, but it's not yet separated. So we're going to have to see, again, if we can break lower or if we're just going to pop back into this consolidation area. We're sort of running out of momentum now, but it still favors the downside. So hands off everything, being very patient and waiting for a reversal pattern or for it to get back into congestion, and then we'll reassess it. Switching over to Ethereum, you can see coming down, we had our 218 level, closing just above it, closing just above it, moving away, closing just above it, now just slightly below it. I'm going to take this off for a second. There was a little scalp trade. I just want to show you where we talk about a reversal pattern at an area. So this formed a little minor reversal pattern and a little double bottom on the 1 hour chart. So we could have taken this, if you went with the conservative targets, it would have been this. Let me get the right targets on there though. So here were the two first raising the stop and the first profit target cluster with the 200. Those were the two highest probability ones. We didn't get to the third target, but it would have been able to raise the stop and take something off and then collapsing back down, worst case stopping out at break even for the remainder half of it. That was very scalpy. Now on the 4 hour, if this does not go much lower and we don't break to major new lows, a lot of people are going to trade this as a double bottom with combining this. This would be one bottom, nice rotation up. That would be the other. This would be the aggressive targets. We don't yet know if this is going to form a higher low. I'm just doing it off the aggressive targets right now. It would need a close above 224.50, and we'd be looking at 228, and I'd just take the 230. I'd ignore this 232 target because of this hiccup in here, so I'd actually just go with these two targets on this. But that would need a close above 224, which would also take it above the rotation zone again. And remember, this is at a very key level with the cluster and the targets from the double here. So this is what we talk about, a reversal pattern, and this is still a potential reversal pattern at a key level. Let's check in on the, well, actually, if we're going to head lower again, let me do those levels too. If we're going to head lower, what we're going to watch for, we're just going to do the 12 and 25. So next key levels lower would be 213 and then 210 to 211 right in there. Now we can check on the daily chart. So here's our daily chart. We're starting to get some separate, just minor separation. What's interesting is if we ran up to that stop reduction, it would still not really paying a lot of attention to the rotation zone right now because we're in this consolidation. But it's just interesting to note it would sort of form a cluster 228 area. So on any rally, that's going to be a major area to at least move up a stop if you did get long down here. And then this next target sort of takes us to the candle bodies, and the other target takes us to a couple key lows, but these are just minor targets. The major ones would be down here closer to the 200 level. So we have for you on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.